Hi, I'm having fun. Do you know what this kind of painting I'm doing is called? Finger painting, that's right. It feels so lovely and squishy when you run your fingers over the wet paper like that. And the paint on your hands feels so kind of smooth and silky when you rub them together. But I guess you know that already if you've ever done this kind of painting. Oh, that gives me an idea. You rub your hands together. That's right. Now, why do you feel something when you do this? Do you remember those pathways inside your body that send messages to your brain? Raise your hand if you do. Good. Hands down. And what are those pathways called? Nerves. Good for you. Well, the feeling we're talking about right now is the kind of feeling you feel through your nerves. When you do this, nerves in your skin send messages to your brain. But there's another kind of feeling, too, that comes from inside. Do you know what I mean? You have a feeling inside you right now, and only you know what that feeling is. And, of course, I have a feeling inside me, too. I feel happy. I'm happy to be alive, I'm happy to be me, and I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing right now. I like talking to you. But do you think I feel happy all the time? Do you? No. Feelings can change.
What is this?
Oh, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? What am I doing here? I'm Marvin Meany, and I can go anywhere I want. The question is, what are you doing?
I'm finger painting.
Oh, that's what this mess is. Finger paint. What do you want to waste your time doing something like that for?
Because I like to do it.
You do? Tell me, what's that funny-looking thingamajig supposed to be?
This?
No. That other ugly thing.
This.
Yes, that one. What's that supposed to be?
It's a fish.
A fish? Is that what that's supposed to be? And what's that so-called fish doing? Tell me quick.
Well, it's big fish and little fish playing hide and seek in the seaweed.
If that's supposed to be a fish, you're not a very good artist. I could draw a better fish than that. Besides, fish don't play hide and seek.
Okay, Marvin Meany, if you're so smart, why don't you come down here and paint a better fish?
Me? Never. You've made enough of a mess already, all by yourself. That's a dumb picture if you ask me. I've got better things to do than waste my time drawing stupid fish. Boy, that's a stupid...
But I didn't ask you. Anyway, you know, I'm not feeling so happy anymore. How would you feel if you were doing what you thought was a very nice picture and someone came along and said mean things to you the way Marvin did to me? How would you feel? Unhappy, I bet. I think you would. And mad? You might be mad at him. And what else? Hurt? Be honest with me now. Raise your hand if you would be hurt if Marvin Meany or anyone else said those things to you. Oh, will you look at that? Look around the room. Does that mean that everyone's feelings can be hurt? I think it does. Okay, hands down. And does that also mean that everyone here should take care not to hurt the feelings of everyone else here? Why? Because for one thing, everyone has feelings, just like you. That's right. And hurt feelings can't be wiped away as easily as finger paint. And hurt feelings can last for a long, long time. Well, we've talked about happy feelings and hurt feelings. Are there other feelings? Let's think about that. Oh, maybe this will help. A long time ago, when I was about 11, my parents went out for the evening and they left me to babysit for the first time with my 2 younger sisters. And when my mother and father got home, they found this note from me. They were brats. They sat in the bathroom and giggled for 10 minutes. Nancy lay on her back on the hall floor, kicking it with her heels. Marjorie hid in the linen closet. Marjorie banged on the bathroom door with her fists. Marjorie punched me into my room. Boy, was I mad. I was burned up. But my 2 little sisters were having a ball. They just kept on doing things that made me madder, and they got sillier and sillier. Have you ever felt like that? Can you think of a time when everything you said was funny? You just couldn't stop laughing? Maybe even you laughed so hard until you cried? Raise your hand if that's ever happened to you. I'm sure it has. This wild, goofy, silly feeling sometimes happens when good friends get together, and it's great to be silly once in a while. Now, what other feelings have I had that I think you have had too? How do you think I felt when I woke up one morning when I was your age and my pet turtle, Pokey, had died in the night? Sad, yes. I cried and I cried. Do you think it made any difference that I was a girl? I mean, if I were a boy, do you still think I would have cried? Yes, I think so. Boys and girls have the same feelings. Big boys do cry. Has your best friend ever moved away? Mine did. My best friend, Charlie, moved far away when I was 9 years old. I was so lonesome I didn't know what to do. We had played together every day, after school, on weekends, and on holidays. I missed him so much, and I just kept wishing that he would come back. Sad feelings, happy feelings, silly, mad, lonesome feelings. Can you ever have more than one feeling at a time? Can you have mixed feelings? Yes, you can. Do you remember the first day you went to school? How did you feel? Excited? Scared? Shy? Maybe disappointed? Proud of yourself? Kathy is going to tell us how she felt on her first day of school.
I was excited and happy about this special day. But I was glad Mommy and Daddy went with me and took my hand because I didn't know much about where I was going. It was fun to meet new friends. I had a new dress I liked a lot. I kissed Mommy goodbye, but I didn't want her to go. I wished she could stay a little longer. My teacher's name was Mrs. Sykes, and I thought she had a nice face. The desks were smaller than I dreamed they were. I sat between a girl named Kelly and a boy named Derek. They were new friends. Everyone had a rabbit with their name on it to hang around their neck. Some were red and some were white. Mine was red. We stood up to say the salute to the flag. Kelly got a little mixed up at first, but she'll know how to do it right tomorrow. Eric whispered to me he wanted to go home. I guess he was feeling lonesome. We We had some work to do. I folded my hands and listened carefully because I didn't want to make a mistake. Kelly knew what to do better than I did. She let me look at her paper. After a while, we all got in line and went outdoors. We sat on the grass to hear a story. My hands were icy cold in school, and the sun felt good on my hands and face. We had to learn what to do in the cafeteria, where to put your money and how to carry a tray. So we had a rehearsal. My teacher helped me. We all sat down with our trays and listened so we would know what to do from now on. I was hungry. We had hot dogs. Soon it was recess. I was worried. What if nobody wanted to play with me? But somebody did. 2 friends from my street at home saw me standing there. Soon we were playing a giggly twist-up game called Dr. Tangle. It was lots of fun. There were many things to look at in our room. We even had a puppet of our own. Perky Puppet asked me a question. I didn't know what to say. Everybody laughed. I did too. Just before going home, we did fun things, like making soap bubbles. I blew some bubbles and Eric tried to catch them. Soon we lined up to go home. It was raining so hard. Many parents came for their children. My mother came too. I couldn't wait for her to find me. I had so much to tell her about my first day at school.
Well, we've learned a lot about feelings today, that some feelings are happy and some feelings are not happy, that everyone has feelings that can be hurt, and that just as Kathy did on her first day of school, you can have mixed feelings. And we also learned that everyone has feelings, and not just children. Grown-ups have feelings too. I had a special feeling when my little girl Emily made me this notepad and gave it to me with "I love you, Mommy" written on it. Is love a feeling? Yes, of course. It's a very special feeling, and it's probably the best feeling in all the world.
All About You is a project of the Agency for Instructional Television.